Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is my way of saying that I'm back and that I've figured out a format that I could still make videos, which is something that I love doing, and not have to necessarily go outside. And you know, since it's kind of dangerous right now. So I will be restarting, kind of like keep going with the channel, but I'm gonna be more focused on the tech aspect of my life, like my love for gear and stuff like that, primarily focused around photography. The main reason why photography is because I'm a photographer myself. It is something that I'm very passionate about. I've been doing photography now since 2016, late 2016, so about 5 years or so, and I've realized that I'm kind of like the go-to person for my friends to come ask me questions about like photography gear, or you know, they're interested in starting, you know, taking pictures and stuff like that. So they ask me questions or like my opinion on if they wanted to buy a lens or if they wanted to buy a body. So I figured, why not, you know, continue my channel, something that I love doing, but instead of going outside and going on adventures to try to find the best drinks ever, if you haven't watched that video, watch it. I'll just talk to you guys about something that I love doing, which is doing research about gear and stuff that I want, things that I have, how I feel about certain things that I have, and things that I will want that are coming out in the future. Because I used to, I think when I made the last video, I only had one camera, which is the one that I used to shoot everything with, my like camera, like, you know, I love that camera. And ever since, I've changed everything. Like, I don't even have that camera anymore. I sold it. I hope whoever has that camera now is happy with it. But yeah, I've kind of like did an overhaul of my equipment, and I want to talk about it and share it with you guys, for like the 11 people that watch these videos. What kind of gave me the idea was the fact that I follow pages on Instagram. I follow pages on Instagram of like gear that's coming out, and I get excited because, oh, maybe I'm gonna want a new prime lens, or maybe I will need this new zoom lens. And you know, with the world slowly opening back up, I want to also take you guys with me on like those photo shoots that I have sometimes, and I want to be able to take you on the trips. Like, I had a trip to Seattle about a month or so ago, and I really wish I vlogged it. But to me, it kind of felt weird to do that kind of out of nowhere. Like, you know, last video you guys saw me playing a video game, and then the next video following that, it was just me in Seattle randomly. So I don't know. Also, I kind of wanted to figure out what I wanted to do with the channel before I did anything. So number one thing that I'm going to tackle with this video is why photography. So I've been doing photography since late 2016. I honestly didn't expect to do it to the extent that I have. I originally got into photography because back in college, I had my friend Adios, which you guys have seen in the videos, and he was a photographer. He was the go-to photographer guy in my group of friends. And we decided to take a class together, a photography class together, and I saw on the syllabus that one of the requirements was a DSLR. That was my moment to shine, and I decided to purchase a DSLR on eBay because I wanted my own camera. I didn't want to borrow one, and I bought it. It was like $100 or $80 to $100. It was this really old Canon T2i that I actually still have. I actually gave it to my sister once I upgraded, and it's cool, you know, served its purpose. But the more I got into photography and like the quirks of editing and stuff like that, something in me kind of wanted to want more and dive deeper into like what I could do with photography. So that kind of sent me down a rabbit hole where I thought, you know when you get to a point where you feel like you learned something, and then you discover that it's like a lot more than you didn't know. That is my current relationship with photography. Like, I love the art, I love the craft, but I feel like there's so much more that I just don't know yet, and I love that. Like, I feel like I'm always on the hunt for something more, and it's never discouraging. Out of the hobbies that I have, photography is like the one that is the least discouraging with the type of work that people do. I've seen him met some amazing photographers, some amazing work, and I feel like that's attainable. you know, like that I could actually practice to get good enough to get there. And that is, you know, why I decided to stick around with that particular craft. Number two, am I gonna stop vlogging? No, I'm not gonna stop vlogging. I've had a couple photo shoots that were safe. Everybody had been tested that were in the room, and everybody's negative. And we try to keep safe and socially distance as much as we can. And we're masked every time we're around other people and everything. But I want to be able to bring you guys along with me for those photo shoots. Like, you know, I'll most likely set up this camera as a B camera to kind of record me as I'm talking to the models and I'm doing my work, to kind of show the behind the scenes of what it's like to being a photographer in New York, or like an aspiring pro photographer in New York. Yeah, I guess that's how I'm gonna look. Because I think that process is fun. I don't know if it's gonna be fun to watch for you. This is a trial of something else, because I don't want the channel to die. I want to be able to grow this to something, and I feel like photography is where I belong in this space. And last but not least, back then I used to have the Canon SL2. I actually made a video. I'm gonna put it right here, by the way. I made a video a long time ago that actually never went public, and I ended up deleting because it was too long. It was like half an hour long, of all the gear that I had at the time, and I wish I would have kept that video. But anyway, moving forward, now I actually have this. So this is my new, like, toy, I guess, or like my new camera. This is the Sony A7R, the first generation. I got this camera actually at the beginning of the lockdown last year. The reason why I got it was because I wanted to buy like I always wanted like a full frame camera, because that's how you really like expand what you can do with photography. Like once you go full frame, you never really go back. Don't quote, that's not a real quote. But I feel like this has allowed me to like go deeper and really explore photography and like what I can do with photos and cropping, and it just works better for what I wanted to do. It's a little bit of a bigger camera. That's why I also have a second camera, which is like a Canon M50. It's a crop mirrorless that I can just throw in my pocket and just carry anywhere. But this is the main piece that I work with. I love this camera to death. I will put all the specs like to the side to both cameras, so you guys can see more or less how they compare. Reason why I bought this, it was kind of a mistake. I thought this was the last one that was coming out at that time in 2020. So I put a bid on eBay. I didn't expect to win. Ended up winning it, so I had to pay. I put a battery grip on it because they did say that the worst thing about this camera was the battery life, which is terrible for a camera in 2020. But with the battery grip, you get to have 2 batteries in it at any given time, so that solves that problem. It has a lot of megapixels. That's like 30 or something like that, 36 I think it is. It's more than enough to do anything that I want to do, and definitely gets the job done. And a big thing for me was that the camera, the SL2 that I had before, was good was okay for photography and okay for video. I wanted to kind of divide that and have a good photography camera, like a camera that I will pick up just for my photo shoots and stuff like that, because I've been doing photo shoots since I started taking photos back in 2016. And I wanted a video camera that I could vlog with if I wanted to, or that I could take pictures with if I wanted to. But I wanted it to be better quality than the SL2, which the SL2, it capped off at 1080p. I wanted to be able to shoot 4K. And now that I have 4K, I don't even shoot in 4K. Funny how life works. But that is my current setup right now. I will be talking to you guys. I'll make another video for next week or something about why this camera. I will break down everything about this camera. I do the same for my Canon M50. And again, if you guys have any questions or suggestions of any topics or anything that you guys want me to talk about related to digital photography that of something that I do, or anything really, drop in the comments. I will definitely make a video about it, give you my 2 cents, and dive really deep on anything relating to those topics. So I'm back. This is gonna be the frame. I'm gonna freeze this. This is gonna be the thumbnail. And yeah, I hope this is something that you guys are more interested in. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Hopefully next week, maybe 2022 when things open up. Who knows? I'll see you. Take care.